Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, you guys? This is Joseph Conlon coming to you with a Smackdown live review or Smackdown on Fox review on Friday, March 20th, 2020. That noise right there was better than everything that happened on tonight's Smackdown. First sip is always good, man. The first sip of a soda is always very good. But man, before we talk about SmackDown tonight, the show sucked. The show sucked big time. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. But got blocked by Braun Strowman on Twitter today. And I'm sure other people in the community have been blocked by him as well, because Braun Strowman's a clown. Braun Strowman commented on a tweet by Evil Uno, who was basically supporting indie wrestling, and the indie wrestlers not making money right now because of the COVID-19 canceled shows. And during a depressing time like this, Braun Strowman made a comment saying, "Here we go, with more of this somebody pay for my bills stuff. If you can't afford to pay your bills, maybe you should change professions. That's why I quit strongman. I loved it, but I couldn't afford to live, so instead of making a GoFundMe or a Patreon wanting someone else to take care of me, I went out and worked harder than I ever had in my life to get where I am. What happened to being accountable to your own actions?" Braun Strowman is only making this because, number one, he's a trash human being, that's for sure. I've lost all respect for Braun Strowman. I've lost all of my respect for him. And two, he's making a comment of this because he's basically saying, "I work for the WWE, you don't. That makes me better than you." No, it doesn't. It clearly doesn't. There are other wrestlers in other platforms who are much better wrestlers than Braun Strowman. Give me a break. Just because he works for the WWE doesn't mean he's the best. And to send out this message in a depressing time like we have right now with the coronavirus, he should be ashamed of himself. He should be ashamed of himself for making that comment. Unbelievable. What a shit human being. Sorry if my language. So I had to get that off my chest. I've been thinking about that for a few hours tonight. But, oh boy, Smackdown. Smackdown was awful. A awful show. I don't even have words. And yet, I am going to call these people out because they won't even know that they probably won't even be watching this video. So, here we go. At J Small Saints, okay? This clown said SmackDown was surprisingly pretty great tonight. Essentially set up 4 new WrestleMania matches in Corbin versus Elias. Gronk wasn't terrible tonight. We'll get to that, man. 6-pack challenge for the women's title, which half of the women in that match shouldn't even be in the championship match. Bryan versus Sammy for the IC title, and tag titles to be determined next week. Well done, WWE. What a clown. What a clown. And then this douche, Patrick Mason. Smackdown was very fun tonight. I loved it. Now, I know these are other people's opinions. These are other people's opinions on SmackDown. But what was fun about SmackDown tonight? Rob Gronkowski looking like a complete idiot was fun. The contract signing between Roman Reigns and Goldberg was fun when it looked like one of the most forced segments that WWE has ever put on in at least a year. Okay? Was that segment with Paige and Bayley with that match being announced fun? I don't call that fun, man. What I call fun is what AEW did on Wednesday night. That's fun, not this garbage. Excuse me. I need a drink. Not that garbage that we saw tonight. We're going to go over the show tonight. We're going to talk about everything that happened. We're going to talk about the two matches that got added to the WrestleMania card. And they're both pretty bad matches, man. I got to give it to them. The matches are horrible. Oh, boy. It's WrestleMania season. Before I start talking about SmackDown tonight, make sure you guys go check out my videos from this week. Go check out the rant on the WWE having WrestleMania at the Performance Center, my AEW Dynamite review, and my video on WrestleMania being two nights, which I actually like. But now they have this catchphrase called "Too Big for One Night." I have no words. I have no words, man. WrestleMania this year is too big for one night. Yeah, look at the matches. I'd be lucky if I survive one night. Never mind two. The way this match card is going. So first off, we got Mojo Rawley and Michael Cole in the ring. Mojo telling Michael Cole to get hype, because coming down right now is Rob Gronkowski, former tight end of the New England Patriots. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Gronk's here. Said freaking nobody, except the two clowns that I mentioned. He looked like a moron walking down the ring, dancing the way he was. Is that even dancing? What Gronk did on SmackDown? I don't even know. He looked like a complete moron. And he said, "It's great to be here in the WWE. I'm happy to be in the WWE. I'm happy to be the host of WrestleMania. I've been sitting in the WrestleMania crowd when I was a kid, blah, 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 whatever." He probably wasn't even sitting in the crowd as WrestleMania when he was a kid, but whatever. Then they're talking and stuff, and Baron Corbin comes down. Awesome. Out of all people to interrupt Gronk, you have Baron Corbin. It makes sense, but what comes next is awful. So Baron Corbin comes in the ring. He welcomes Gronk to the WWE. He's the host of WrestleMania. And he talks about how Baron Corbin is a former football player himself. And he's going to hurt Gronk and all that stuff. Garbage from Corbin. Gronk gets in Corbin's face. They start arguing. And Elias plays his guitar. So out comes Elias. Corbin gets pretty pissed. He says, "What are you doing out here? You're like following me everywhere I go." And he just wants to sing a song to Baron Corbin, but he doesn't want to sing a song in front of no fans. So, whatever. And then Gronk said, "I'm the host of WrestleMania. I don't know if I could book matches, but I can certainly suggest that we see a match between you two at WrestleMania." And then Elias, Mojo, and Gronk, they all attack Baron Corbin. They throw Baron Corbin out of the ring. Corbin gets all pissed. And it looks like we're heading to a match at WrestleMania between Elias and Baron Corbin. Man. Oh, man. Seriously. Who asked for a match between Elias and Baron Corbin at WrestleMania? Nobody asked for a match between Baron Corbin and Elias. Holy crap. That match shouldn't even be in the same sentence as WrestleMania. Oh my God. That's Smackdown worthy, okay? Leave that for an episode of Smackdown, not WrestleMania. This match is totally unnecessary and is the definition of my bathroom break at WrestleMania. This segment was very cringe, hard to watch. My eyes were gonna bleach. I wanted to bleach my eyes. That's how bad this segment was. Oh my God. We then got Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Match was decent for what it was. They all got their stuff in. Sami Zayn was gold on commentary. Sami Zayn is the best heel on SmackDown, if you guys don't know that. Sami Zayn is by far the most entertaining part every single week on SmackDown. And it's too bad that what I think I'm about to say, what they're doing with Sami Zayn. And I'll talk about it after the match. So, Bryan makes a tag to Gulak. They all get their spots in, like I said. European uppercut to Drew Gulak. Very nice. And at the end, Bryan does a sunset... Gulak does a sunset flip. And he's holding on to Bryan's arms. And Bryan throws him over. And Drew Gulak pins Cesaro for the victory for Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. After the match, they're in the gym. They are stretching and breathing, and Sami Zayn, Nakamura, Cesaro come in and say, "This is some type of joke. You guys barely got away with the victory. You squeezed away with the victory. Daniel Bryan, you have done nothing good for Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak is a mediocre wrestler, and he doesn't even deserve to be on SmackDown." And Drew Gulak gets pissed. Daniel Bryan said, "I've learned a lot from Drew Gulak, and you want to call me and Drew Gulak mediocre, then put your mouth where your money's at and defend the Intercontinental Championship against us." And then Sami makes an offer saying, if Drew Gulak, this was confusing, but they clarified it at the end of the night. If Drew Gulak defeats Shinsuke Nakamura next week on SmackDown, then Daniel Bryan will get an Intercontinental Championship match against Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Not bad stuff. Not bad. Drew Gulak for Shinsuke Nakamura, I hope goes 15 minutes because those guys could kill it, I think. Those guys could have a really solid match. if given the amount of time they need. Will they get it? Probably not. It'll go 7 minutes. Watch. But, I mean, at least this is one of the stuff I'm enjoying on SmackDown. I'm enjoying the stuff with Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. It's really good. It comes off very funny at times, which I like. It is actually funny. And serious as well. Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak could be, you know, Team Hell No 2.0. And I would love to see that. I think they fit really well together. And this benefits Drew Gulak a lot. And I can really appreciate that they're doing this with Drew Gulak. So that was that. What did they do after this? I don't even remember what they did after this segment because I didn't even feel like taking notes. I was too lazy to take notes during SmackDown tonight. Why bother? Oh, Paige. Yeah, she appeared via Skype, which I'm not going to argue about because of the traveling issues, and she probably wants to stay home and with the outbreak, so good on her for staying home. We should all be staying home. So Paige appears on satellite or Skype, whatever it is. I don't remember what kind of words she gets out, but Bayley and Sasha, they come rushing out. They tell Michael Cole to get out of the ring. He said Paige has no business being here. She's retired, crippled, broken neck, whatever, and she's beaten anybody. She's beaten anybody on the roster, from Naomi to Carmella to Lacey Evans, you name it. She's beaten all of them. She could beat the Legend. She could beat NXT. She could beat everybody. And then Paige says that Bayley and Sasha, all they've done has been bullies on SmackDown, and they're not leaders to the SmackDown locker room. So she asked Fox Creative if she could announce Bayley's match at WrestleMania, which they allowed her to do. And she announced a 6-pack challenge between Bayley, Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, Tamina. Oh, man. Tamina. Naomi, and Sasha Banks, which was the surprising one. Not surprising, but the best one. The best one. And you could tell by my voice, my excitement for this match is thumbs down, man. Like, we should have just done Sasha Banks versus Bayley. For real. None of these women. I'll give Naomi a pass because she's good. And I like Naomi, so I'm going to give Naomi a pass. But Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, and especially Tamina. Especially Tamina, man. What have those three women done to deserve a SmackDown Women's Championship match, especially at WrestleMania? Nothing. They've done absolutely nothing to deserve a SmackDown Women's Championship match, and they're doing it just for the sake of getting them on the card. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Again, just like Elias versus Baron Corbin. Who asked for this match to happen at WrestleMania? We asked for Sasha Banks versus Bayley. What does WWE do? WWE doesn't listen to us. They don't listen to the fans. They book a 6-pack challenge between Bayley, Sasha Banks, which is the Naomi, which is the only 3 legitimate wrestlers in that match. They want to add Lacey Evans, Dana Brooke, and Tamina. No point of adding those three women in the match. They are a complete waste. Especially Tamina and Dana Brooke and Lacey Evans. My God. It's just awful. It's just awful. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Absolute garbage. I literally have no words. I just said it to you there. I literally have no words on this match. Like, Dana Brooke and Tamina and Lacey Evans in a championship match at WrestleMania? Give me a break, man. Seriously. Give me a break. Oh, man. The shit that WWE does, it's sometimes funny, but it's sometimes very sad as well. It's very sad that they don't care. They don't care about what we want. They don't care about what makes us happy. They don't care. Vince McMahon only cares about his Saudi Arabia TV deal, his Fox TV deal, his shareholders, and Kevin Dunn, and the obvious wrestlers, the company guys. He probably doesn't even care about more than half the roster, and he certainly doesn't care about us fans. It's ridiculous. It's sad. It's really sad, and it's sometimes sad for me to say that, but it's true. Vince McMahon does not care about us. After this, they did a rerun of John Cena vs. Bray Wyatt from WrestleMania 30. Cool. I had to see John Cena beat Bray Wyatt again. And it hurt Bray Wyatt's career. That loss against John Cena really hurt Bray Wyatt's career back at WrestleMania 30. And now, I'm not even gonna say it now. I'm gonna say it. We got 2 more weeks until WrestleMania. I'm just gonna save it for the 2 weeks. I'm not even gonna waste it now. We're at 22 minutes. Heavy Machinery versus The Miz and John Morrison. Before this, they did the dirt sheet with Miz and Morrison. They were playing all these skits. They had them dress up as the New Day. John Morrison dressed up in a unicorn. That was embarrassing, that does sound right. Then they dressed up as the Usos. And then they dressed up in bacon costumes as Heavy Machinery. That came off very cringe. And it was not funny. I did not laugh one single time watching that segment. It was not funny at all. And by the way, I haven't mentioned this. Who the heck came up with Miz and Morrison, hey, hey, ho, ho? Because that's really annoying and it's on my nerves. That catchphrase sucks. I don't even feel like breaking down this match. The match is okay, but then Dolph Ziggler made a distraction mid-match. And he was on commentary with Michael Cole. And he was getting ready to do his double caterpillar. And then he got on the microphone saying, I know you've been all tied up with Mandy Rose, my girlfriend. That's what he said. But I just want to show you these pictures. And it shows Dolph Ziggler hugging Mandy Rose, holding her hand, walking down the street. Otis looks like he's crying, and he's all pissed. So he goes and attacks Dolph Ziggler. And he gets him. He gets him for a few seconds. Dolph Ziggler gets a steel chair, and he goes running off. And then Otis is about to hit Dolph with the steel chair, Miz and Morrison take it away from him, and then Otis goes on this rampage. Attacks Miz and Morrison, throws them to the steel posts, slams them through the barricade, slams the Miz's head on the announcer's table. Tucky is telling Otis to calm down. We got a match against the tag team champions, and Otis brutalized the Miz and Morrison with a steel chair, and he took out all of his anger on the Miz and John Morrison, causing a DQ with the Miz and Morrison retaining. So, the tag team champions were a secondary thing to this storyline between Otis and Dolph Ziggler. I mean, it's whatever, I guess. You know, the match was very boring as well. And what many of people in the community were talking about was AEW having superstars in the audience on Dynamite Wednesday, and how it felt fresh and it was unique, and they had the heels on one side and they had the baby faces on the other side cheering on the superstars. Was WWE going to pick up on that and do that on Smackdown and Raw? Of course not. Of course they didn't. And you know what? Because of it, all you could hear in this match was the pounding of the mat and Michael Cole. And it was very boring. The match was very boring until Otis went on his rampage. And apparently, we're going to get Otis versus Dolph. I'm guessing we're going to get Otis versus Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania. Cool. That's actually one of the matches I would be looking forward to on April 4th and 5th. Because I'm invested in Dolph Ziggler versus Otis. So, that was that. I thought the beatdown was pretty good by Otis losing his temper over the Dolph Ziggler Mandy Rose stuff. I actually thought that was not bad. That wasn't bad. It was announced for next week that we'd be seeing a one-on-one match between Alexa Bliss and Asuka. Awesome. Who cares about the women's tag team titles? Seriously. Just burn them. It was also announced to be Drew Gulak for Shinsuke Nakamura, and if Drew Gulak wins, Daniel Bryan gets an Intercontinental Championship match against Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. There you go. Hopefully they kill it. And episode of Firefly Funhouse, and a tag team match between the Usos and the New Day, where the winners are going to face The Miz and John Morrison for the SmackDown tag team titles at WrestleMania. I will bet $50 to y'all right now that The Miz and Morrison are going to get themselves involved, and it's going to be a disqualification, and it's going to end up being a triple threat match for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. I'll put 50 on it. I will put 50 on it. It's obviously happening. Oh, last thing, then I'm getting out of here. This contract signing, man. This contract signing. First of all, this felt so forced. It's disgusting. It's honestly disgusting how forced this match is. The contract signing was nothing special. They were talking about how, Goldberg busts his head when he pounds his head on the door, and them being football players and whatnot. I didn't even want to listen. They flipped the table over and stared each other down to end the show. Great. This came off as the most forced stuff we have seen from WWE in a very, very long time. And this match feels forced. They are forcing Roman Reigns versus Goldberg down your throat to the fact that they're calling it a dream match now. They're calling Roman Reigns versus Goldberg a match that the WWE Universe never thought we were going to see. And here we are in 2020. We're getting Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. It's going to be spear versus spear. This is a dream match. Meanwhile, it's a nightmare, WWE. This match is a nightmare. Who cares about Roman Reigns versus Goldberg? Who in their right mind cares about Roman Reigns versus Goldberg for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania? I don't. And it's definitely main eventing night 2, because the last image of WrestleMania that Vince McMahon wants you to see is Roman Reigns holding up the Universal Championship after beating Bill Goldberg. It's happening. The nightmare is happening, folks. Get ready. I'm tired. I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't already, subscribe right here on the Big Fight Field channel. Let's get up to, hopefully, I would say 75 subscribers before WrestleMania. Let's do it. Comment down below what you thought of this week's Smackdown. Again, I thought it sucked. The matches that got added tonight, who cares? Elias vs. Baron Corbin and the six-pack challenge with the women, both awful, both trash matches. Like this video with a super kick. Follow me on Twitter at Conlon_Joseph. Follow Eddie on Twitter at EddieMullins515. And I will see you guys on Sunday for your news and rumors. We will go over WrestleMania potentially being a taped show. And what a horrible idea that is. Go over that on Sunday and 2 other topics right here on the Big Fight Field channel. Have a good night, guys. Stay safe and wash your hands.